right, we have a trivia moment. I wanted to
Okay.
start a trivia section for our fans. So this sophisticated lady, who is the daughter of a famous person, won Best New Artist at the Grammys in 1975. Now she had a rumored rivalry with Aretha Franklin at the time. Um, does anybody know who that is? If you do, put it in the comment section.
Okay. Even I'm scratching my head.
Really?
Yeah, but I I think there's one or two people that come to mind, but we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Question: if you had a choice to go to three concerts um, of anyone past or present, so they could
Michael
they
Jackson. Oh.
okay,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go. I'm sorry. No,
So
go. Go ahead. Yeah.
give me your top three concerts.
Oh, you're
As
asking. I
in
thought you were going to give me. I thought you were going to give me these set three people. Give me.
no. I wanted to see
Oh.
your top three that you would pick. In and so from starting from number three to number
Oh.
one, if
That's
you
a
were
good question.
if you had a chance to go
Well,
see.
Michael Jackson. I would
So he'll be
love
number
to
one, or would
see
he just be in the top three or number
number
three?
one. Number
Okay, he'll
one.
be number one.
Well,
Okay.
my mother saw Michael Jackson, and I'm like, I was a big Michael Jackson fan growing up, as
Mm,
many are. I
yeah.
mean, that can't be not denied. But I was a big Michael Jackson fan. I would love to just be a part of that and have that experience. So he's going to always be number one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, but okay, let's put him to the side. So
Yeah.
three concerts.
So you've got two more.
Okay, no, okay, okay. So we're gonna do two, but I okay. So two more. Let me see. I would like to see Rick James and
Wow.
his.
Okay.
But when I say this, I want to see these artists in their prime. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
to
It could
see
be any
them
time. Yeah.
as they're older. I want to see them. That's why I don't usually go see artists after a certain, time. But Rick James, and I would probably say it's gonna go between um, Chuck Berry and Little Richard. So one of those two. Just
Mm,
because I want to see that era because I hear so many things about how dynamic the performances were. The stories I hear about how Jackie Wilson used to perform and um, Little Richard and Fats Domino, these performances, I'm hearing how they were climbing on pianos and I just want to see it for myself because
mm,
I think we've missed an era that's rarely talked about, and
mm.
I would definitely want to see them. So I am very much into performances and people that just give their all, and I'm really into that. And we still have people that give their all,
Mm.
but those are three I would like to see.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they're all gone,
Yeah.
but
I mean, for me, if I start with number three, I probably will. I would say now I've seen them before during their Home
hmm
Again tour, with
okay,
Blackstreet, but New Edition, and the six of them. So I've seen all six of them, but I think next year they're going to have their Vegas residency, and they're really working to get themselves in shape for that. But to see the six of them, um, hopefully they'll be at their best, with a couple
hmm
of $1 million on the table, so they're coming up. Or but to see the six of them, when it's still my favorite best concert because they were there with
hmm
Blackstreet, and so New Edition, because what they did is they had um, Velvet DeVoe, they had Johnny, they had Ralph, then Bobby came out doing his stuff, and then all six of them. Then they had the five, and so it was just they just have so much catalog between the six of them, and when they
right,
put it
and it
on a
should be
show,
cool.
so the New Edition would be my number three. My number two would be the Temptations. Um,
Okay,
I don't know if you've seen the movie, the Temptations
I
movie.
have, I have.
Um, it's one of my favorite movies. Just the music throughout, just watching the struggles with David Ruffin, Kendricks, just the whole stuff. I mean, so to watch them perform at their prime, singing those classic jams. They're doing their routine and performing. It'll just be because they're the ones, the original group, the original let's put on the show before the Jacksons, before New Edition. It was the
Hmm.
Temps doing their routines and dancing and on vocally all on point. So to see them, the falsetto of was it Eddie Kendricks?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eddie Kendricks was.
Eddie Kendricks with
I
the
mean, they've had
falsetto.
multiple members, but yeah.
Yeah, but the original Eddie and Eddie, then David Ruffin with his stuff and Paul Williams, and yeah, so the Temps. And then number one would always be Mike. I mean, I was
Okay.
his This Is It tour. I finally bought tickets for myself, my brother, my wife. We had our
Hmm.
tickets, and sadly he'd passed 3 months before he could come to the UK. So, but um, it's just the fact, he took entertainment. I mean, I used to see such a fan. I watched everything from Moonwalker to Motown 25, any short movies he did, any documentary, any behind the scenes. You eat it up and watch. You knew
Right.
everything about him, and he was just about entertaining. But when you hear people like John from Troop talk about, did you
Yeah.
ever see when he said that Michael's doing some ceremony at a school, and he managed to get in because the boys, their dad, the boys were there performing, and their dad saw him and got him into the event. And then they were looking at him, and he came up and says, "Hey, I like you guys. I really." And you should know that he does. I've seen him. I've seen a clip of him in a car with Brent Ratner, the director of Rush Hour,
Right.
singing to 50 cents, just dancing to 50 cents in the back of the
Yes.
car. It's or you hear about when he went to see Prince in Vegas, and he snuck in, didn't let anyone know that he was there. He was sat in the audience. Then Prince found out that Mike was there and came and sort of tried to, like, the whole rivalry but friendship behind
Right.
the scenes with Prince.
It
I
was a
mean,
friendly rivalry. Yeah.
yeah, but
Well,
just
first of all, I want to know, how does Michael Jackson sneak into anywhere? But
well, no, he'd
before
wear a
that,
mask,
oh, a
and a hat
mask.
and
Right.
stuff like that. But then when you do a Vegas residency, you have your VIP stuff, and it's the lights are dark, you
Right.
don't notice and stuff. But he was, my top three were always Michael, Teddy, and Steven Spielberg. What entertainment I
Uh-huh.
used to anything they came out with, I'd watch and stuff. But yeah, I just concert wise, I have to give it a mention. I mean, when I watch Beyonce perform, I'm like, wow, and
Yeah.
I have to give her flowers. I don't like a lot of her songs, so I wouldn't sit in an hour or 2 hour concert and I won't enjoy it because I don't, I don't enjoy the songs as much. But I do
Right.
admit that she is a phenomenal performer and entertainer. Just that if I can't connect to the songs, I just yeah, but
I would also say Fantasia is a great performer. Some people don't care for her tone or whatever, or some of her songs, but I think she's another one that doesn't get credit for what she's able to do on that stage. I've seen some great performances of her. Um,
but she was
so,
always
you
big
know,
in that. She was American Idol because I remember watching her, Jennifer Hudson, and Tina. When they were the bottom three.
right,
Remember that
right.
season? And it was almost like the three big hitters when the three favorites were in the bottom three, and I think Jennifer went home or something like that. So
Yeah,
Fantasia was always my wife always loves Fantasia because she was a performer, so she was
she is.
good in that. I just think that she didn't have too many good consistent hits as a recording
Yeah.
artist, and hence she was better suited for, I won't say Broadway, but she was better suited for the concert, for the tour, as opposed to
Fantasia
radio.
is suited for gospel. That's what she should be singing. But I think that, she has had consistency to some degree with her projects. I think that it's just that she's just not a mainstream. She's not a pop star. And she never will be. And I think that in the machine that she was in, just like with Jennifer Hudson, they were in a machine that was designed to make pop stars. But but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. I just wanted to mention her because I wanted to mention her earlier when we were talking about Mary J. Blige, because there are a few people that still have that art of understanding how to perform and how to just leave it all on the stage. And I think some people thinking performing is like choreography and all of that, and how, matching choreography. I'm talking about somebody just grab a microphone and they talking and interacting with the audience. They come down there in the audience. They could sit next to you in the audience. They walk back up to the stage and they just knock it out. And they don't have to bust one move. They don't have to moonwalk. They don't have to do anything. There are some people that are that good too. It's not just about dancing.
No. I mean, KC is one person that always comes to mind. When he just delivers, he walks around. He doesn't dance. Or in fact, I remember when they came out with their first track, they tried to do the whole New Jack stuff, and it Gotta Love. It didn't work, and they just went to their bread and butter, which is just vocally, just walk around and sing. Wanye was like the Boyz II Men were like that, but when they came with their Evolution album and they got Puffy to do a few tracks, I said that was the death of that was to the death, but that's when they went downhill. They went. I saw them live that year, and I still have horror seeing the four guys
them
dancing.
Dance, but they danced in Motown Philly though. They danced before.
They were kids. They had just.
Let's not get to this conversation because I think we're going to revisit that 80s versus 90s. And
no, not 80s versus 90s.
But no.